After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker with the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open this locker. Welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, the DLC episode, Rise from the Ashes. And once again, we are watching that goddamn video. Why did the witness open his locker? Well, nothing suspicious yet. Until now. No. Go back. Look at that. Look at that. Oh no. Look at all that blood. For some reason, you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room. I don't know what that reason was, yet. Howdy, partner. Yet. Sorry, I had to say that just to get the accent back. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Mickens barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you put a knife on him. However, Officer Mickens panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white coat? You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, huh, partner? Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Hedgeworth. 2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now, would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. Alright, it seems the time has come. Marshall's confession. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and just like him, I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Mickens. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in that evidence room at 5:15. So the supposed victim was really you. But there's one thing still I don't understand. Uncredited blood traces were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could it be? Officer Mickens managed to cut his own hand. My guess is the daughter. It looked like too much blood for that. As always, press everything. When you say it, you mean... Do you even have to ask, partner? There's a line said. 2 years have passed since the deal was closed. It was going to completely end when that was for all the day. Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only the detective who was in charge of it can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a good look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? That day was the last chance. That's why I stole the detective's ID card and dressed like him. Wait. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence from Sparrow, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool the security camera. And this is ID card. I stole that the morning of the incident. So that really was why we could never started training out this report for last item. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall. So essentially, you managed to see despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprint exhibited light, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't tell your fingerprints. Normally that locker shouldn't have opened. So it opened because a rubber glove was stuck in the door by chance. But this gunman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. You put a knife on some weekends and try to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in this room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Officer Beacons, certainly is a one-in-a-person type. Mistaking a detective for an intruder demanding to be shown his ID. I have to think a little more about his races here. When did this role get so much influence? Anyway, he threw himself at me, and I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry that turned out that way, with me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? I don't know what to say. So what happened next? So you did your research beforehand. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't leave long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. However, you blew your code and destroyed your certificates. If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Mr. Mickens doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby. So what you're saying is, on that day, but the blood found in this at the scene suddenly indicates the crime took place. What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole the evidence from the locker? Actually, no, I didn't. Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone. What? Mr. Redford, where is that evidence? It's still missing, Your Honor. The recent Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer. This is no small offense. Moreover, you are an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Not that salary cuts are a very valid solution. I know what that's like. Like I said, this isn't your case, this one is mine. And I do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. The witness has unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. I can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why? No, tell me. But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room. Jordan was convicted for those crimes. One thing I can say for sure, he deserved his sentence. I remember the Jordan case. It involved serial murders, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know, That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I'd better take another look at the files. Okay, let's just go back to... And we'll present this. I remember seeing something in here. Look at that name at the bottom right. Neil Marshall. And here we have Officer Jake Marshall. Let's try it. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned here. In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you heard the name. 2 years ago. He received the same Nazi prosecutor award you got. What? A prosecutor? You must be talking about the King of Prosecutors award. No, remember? Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SN9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? He was my brother. He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant, chief detective at the time. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them, who were desperate to prosecute the killer. Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least, according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it. That's your reason for your hints and actions. There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much I try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime. That was the last day the SM9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with the resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as the detective gunman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Rickens confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The thing that happened by chance never ceased to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on in the police department. Chance? It's gotta be more than just that. So if no one was murdered at the police department at the time of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Nana Sky. But wait! A verdict was unreached in yesterday's trial! Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant wasn't committed yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the mysterious murder at the police department. It seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner. All the mysteries at the police department have been uncovered. No contradictions remain. The murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Sky. There were no errors, the testimony of the witness, and just are. If you have a response, make it one word or less. Ah! I rest my case. So this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the head-end murder in the police department. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera stayed really was fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Janet guilty. Norman, the time for everything has arrived. This good friend's the defendant. Your Honor, wait! Emma! Did it as an objection, a scientific objection, right? What do you mean, right? Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian? Your Honor, in a sense. Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking for a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Miss Edgeworth, please. I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. Wow, that's nice. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the Sunday incident referred to the Jordan killings. Now that you mentioned it, the names of both Sky and sisters were in that file. But that's why I figured it out. I mean, what if the marshal was trying to do that day? So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing, the other handprint. You made traces of blood found at the gumshoe slugger. But no fingerprints were found on it, right? No, but I figured if I examined scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again. So, did you find something? No. Sorry. I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigation after all. Is that all? Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student. And I'm just an attorney. But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can find something wrong with them... Please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone gets him later, it's you. Me? Oh boy. Time's up. Oh man, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident in the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain? It appears that Francis is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can be of more use, but still, if you can find anything wrong with that blood mark, then I will be... Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. If ever needed to concentrate, it's now. What could be wrong with that handprint that is in Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? Of course there is. This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright. You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? You mean something isn't been wrong there? Yes, something that went wrong will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. Let us play the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright. With all this evidence here, there's gotta be something I can use. The question is, which item can prove something is missing in the floor plans? Um, what is missing? That could prove a problem to the blood mark on Detective Gumshoe's imprint. You know what? There's only one way to find out. I'm going to check the secret tape again. Detective Gumshoe is right behind the blue badger. I believe we have the blue badger in our evidence. Where is it? There it is! What about a piece of plywood? The blue badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The blue badger is not here. So what happens when we put him in? This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well, what? That's right. So long as the blue badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot in the locker. What? What are you so worried about? We know it's not you. So that means, just exactly what does that mean? It means it can't be done. What are you saying? Blood traces were deeply found on that locker. Don't look at me. I didn't put it there. Mr. Wright, take it through scientifically. Emma! Hey, you're back here. On that afternoon, Officer Mickey is the one who brought the blue badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker. So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in. Just one moment, I wouldn't allow such far-fetched ballroom dance in my courtroom. It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice. But how? One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera. Officer McKinn's cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is, the other time. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. That's ridiculous. I refute you. The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found in this locker. So then, assuming this murder report really happened, when did it take place? I don't unusual evidence that proves it occurred. When did the first incident occur? To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Mickens being cut by Chief Marshall, who was discovered as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in the evidence room. The blood mark on the locker proves this. Very well, but tell us, when did this first incident occur? Proof must be presented. Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that. Now then, will the defense please present its evidence? What shows it when the first crime took place? Well, could it be the ID card record? The unknown at 4:20. If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the perpetrator would have to have entered the room. In order to do so, an ID card is required. An ID card? Oh! The ID card record! We only have one person remaining. Officer Mickens brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at... Let's see here. 4:50. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be... 4:40. 4:40 p.m. Huh. Ah! Miles Edgeworth, just what have you done? I never figured you had nerve, boy. Put him the heck, witness. It doesn't take a lot of stuff to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I'm a misleader. It's clear from the preliminary test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer McKenzie and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Redruff entered the unit's room. Let's look at the chart again. There's only one record number remaining, 777777. Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make any sense. How could this gunman have entered the evidence room? Since there's no record of his card being used here, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 777777. Mr. Redruff, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose hiding number is 77777777. That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least, at present. What? Explain yourself, son. The ID number 77777777 belongs to someone with a rank of Captain or higher. Someone is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity. But that's ridiculous! Just how? I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority. If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted. An official charge? You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask a question. Yes? No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. Lana? Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we looked up her number. And it's not 777777. Don't blame me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident. This is an incident. Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really use illegitimate evidence? Do you need a witness to repeat this question, Chief Prosecutor? I heard him fine, Mr. Redruff. 2 years ago, I was in charge of prosecution for the trial. At the time, occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. Lana! I became prosecutor in order to suppress crime at the time with the law. But before I realized it, we were the one being suppressed by the law. Defendant, just what are you saying? I'd ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During the trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me, and the investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did? Chief Prosecutor, you didn't! I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Why don't you answer him? Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to do, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana! Even if it involved forging evidence. See? That's what I'm talking about. No. No! Order! 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 Lana's remarks got so much at tear, the chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial Would have to wait until the following day. To be continued. Wow. Just wow. See you next time.